Hi, my name's Susie and welcome to your new moon reading for the month of October. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who subscribed to me. This is a brand new channel and I've just hit 400 subscribers, so I'm really pleased. If you haven't subscribed already, please do now. It's really simple. You just hit the subscription button, it's completely free, and if you hit the notification bell you can hear when new videos are being released. And I am going to be giving away a free reading to any subscribers this month, just to say a big thank you for all the support you've been giving me. This reading is a new moon reading and it's a time for setting intentions and manifesting our desires, calling in what we really want into life. But sometimes we can have blockages towards that, and so this reading is going to be looking really at what's blocking you from manifesting your heart's desire, what's stopping you from bringing in what you really want in your life. So we've got 3 readings to choose from. We've got the pink Rose Quartz Om sign, the silver leaf Jasper with the yin and yang, and the orange Carnelian with the Sacral chakra. So choose whichever crystal you're drawn to, and in the description box below it's timestamp, so you just hit your timestamp and it'll take you straight into your reading. Hi to all of you who chose the pink Rose Quartz Om sign, and the tarot pack that we're using today is a Steampunk Tarot. Now before we get the reading, we're going to be pulling an oracle card from the Queen of Moon Oracle, just to get an overall feel for where it is you might be at. So this new moon is in Libra, falling in the sign of Libra, which means it's very much to do with finding balance and harmony. And so around the new moon it's when we call in our intentions, our desires for the coming cycle. And it's remembering that if we focus on what we don't have, if we focus on our lack, we're just inviting in more lack. So hopefully this reading will help you get rid of some blockages which might be stopping your manifestation. And the card that you have is Nourishment. So for some of you this might well be that you're looking at starting a new regime where you're looking at what you're putting into your body. For others of you it's going to be trying to look at how you nourish your mind. But the new moon is very much about calling in new cycles and getting rid of old things. So you're obviously very aware that your body or your life, your mind, there's something which isn't getting all its needs met. And so we'll have a little look and see what else might be going on for you. And as I said, my Etsy store is opening soon, selling the crystals, which I've also got the zodiac signs for, and lots of other things. So keep your eye on my channel and you'll hear when that's opening. So we're going to pull 3 cards looking at what it is, what intentions and desires you might be focusing on for this new moon, with the overall feeling of nourishment, self-nourishment, how to look after yourself. The first card we have is 9 of Cups. So for some of you, this could be actually to do with a drug dependency. We have the Ace of Swords. One last card looking at what issues and intentions. And we have the 9 of Swords to come out. So the Ace of Swords talks about new beginnings, new ways of thinking, new ways of being. Sometimes it can do with cutting things from your life. And with this being very much in the front of the reading and in the centre of the reading, it does feel as if this nourishment, this lack of nourishment, is not to do necessarily with you putting something in. It feels like it's to do with you removing something. So it could be changing a bad habit, cutting down drinking, cutting down overeating, but it is something to do with removing something so that your body feels more nourished by it. And whatever it is you're looking at removing from your life and you're wanting to call in for this new moon cycle, it's actually causing you a lot of stress. It's keeping you up at night, so it could mean that you're indulging late at night, or just that you're a bit trapped with this kind of feeling of you know, this I don't really know how to cut this out of my life. I don't know how to change my life so that I'm looking after my body and giving it better nourishment, or how to cut something down so that you feel more refreshed from food or lack of sleep. But there's definitely there's a bad habit here that you're looking to remove. And we've got the Nine of Cups here, which is to do with happiness. But in this way, where it is here, it feels more like to do with overindulgence. You can see there are many glasses here. But it's more as if whatever it is that you're overindulging with actually brings you a lot of happiness. Even if it's false happiness, and in the morning you might regret it, or in the afternoon when you've indulged too much in something, you regret it. But actually at the time, it gives you some form of escapism and comfort. And that's why you're finding it so hard to cut from your life. So we'll look now at what's blocking you. So what's blocking you from cutting something which isn't nourishing you? What's blocking you from cutting something which isn't nourishing you? We've got the Five of Cups. Six of Pentacles. And the Knight of Wands coming out here. So right in the very centre, we have the Six of Pentacles, which you can see with the scales here. We're looking at this as being a new moon in Libra, a time for balance and harmony. So you're feeling that you're needing to cut something down so you've got a better balance. It's very much what's coming across here, that your body needs a different kind of nourishment happening to it. And it's not happening at the moment. And you're looking to cut something so you're having a better balance happening in your life of something. This does feel like it's very much to do with the physical body rather than the inner body, and about taking care of it. And the other thing which is blocking you here is we have the Five of Cups. And I think this again, it just comes back to, because this is underneath the Nine of Cups, so these two cards together really show that you are using some comfort, indulgence to help lift your mood. So you can see here with the spilt cups, he's kind of crashed over the bar. And then with the full cups, there's this happiness, this light feeling. So what's actually stopping you is the fact that when you don't indulge or comfort yourself in ways which actually aren't nourishing to your body, you feel quite miserable. So it does feel that whatever you're doing, whatever habit this is that you're wanting to break in this cycle, is giving you some kind of release in some way. And the other thing which is blocking you, which we've got coming through here, is the Knight of Wands. What I'm getting here is that you're aware that you want to take action, but you're not quite sure what's round the corner. Now that's not traditionally what the Knight of Wands is about, but very much for this imagery, it feels like you feel on guard. And so if you are to cut something from your life, something which brings you a lot of comfort, you're a bit worried about how you're going to get to this happy place. It's almost like whatever you're relying on, which isn't nourishing your body, is nourishing your emotional side, is giving you comfort, and you're a bit worried about, if you take away that comfort, what will your life actually look like? What will you be left with if you cut something out? So we'll get some cards from the universe, just looking for guidance on how you could move forward to find better balance in your life, because this scale in the middle shows that something's out of balance. Whatever you're indulging in, it doesn't mean you have to cut it completely, but it's obviously the balance of it is not making you feel particularly good, and it's giving you quite a lot of sleepless nights, or it's keeping you up at night, or you're getting up at night to do this. So guidance from the universe. Just looking at guidance from the universe. We have Page of Swords. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. And one more card for guidance. we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The Six of Wands is very much about triumph, and this is in reverse. What I'm very much getting is the message here that when you've tried to cut this before, you feel like you failed. So the universe is really urging you to look at that sense of failure, that sense of I can't get the balance. Because when we look at this coming down here, you're aware you need this balance. You're aware that something has to be cut. And you're very concerned that you failed before. So the universe is really urging you to evaluate that failing feeling and start to release it. Do some whatever work you need to do to get back your confidence that you can live without something, or that a balance is achievable. And you have the Page of Swords in reverse here. And this for me is talking about the self-lies you're telling yourself. It's like you're deceiving yourself. It's this aspect here of feeling a bit broken and needing the comfort here. You're actually lying to yourself. It's like you believe that something's giving you comfort, but actually it's not. So it's a bit of self-deception that you've told yourself, what would my life look like without something? And I need something to feel happy. I really need something to feel happy. And the universe is telling you that's not actually true, and that you know it's not actually true. This is self-deception, that you're telling yourself that you can't do something. A bit like with here, that you can't succeed. I can't find comfort without it. And it's just reminding you that you can. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse here. Seven of Pentacles is very much about planting the seeds and standing back and letting them grow. And it's in reverse here, and the universe is giving you a little nudge in the belly to tell you you have planted the seeds. You're already halfway there to cutting something out. You're further forward than you realise, and you don't need to wait for anything else. You don't have to do any more work, because this very much feels like you're not sure how your life would look or how you're going to do something, not being able to know what's the right way to go about cutting something from your life to make you able to have a more nourishing life, where you're actually putting things into your body, and or even this could even be spending time with somebody that brings more nourishment. And that the times when you've tried to cut something or remove something before in your life, you were sowing seeds. So there is this feeling that it's almost this overwhelm, as I say, that what does your life look like without it? And it's too hard to change a habit. It's too hard to stop an addiction or something. And the universe is really calling you to recognise that you've done a lot more work towards cutting this out than you realise, and that you don't need to put it off anymore. So if you feel like you're waiting for the best time, or you're putting it off till tomorrow, it's really saying now's the time. It doesn't matter what's happened before. It really doesn't matter what's happened before. And this self-deception that you need this thing in your life, it's really asking you to release that. And so with the new moon coming in at the end of the week, this is the perfect time to stop putting off cutting something from your life, getting a better balance of it in your life, so that you can nourish your body in a way which is much more self-loving and helpful to yourself. And recognising that actually you do know how to find comfort, and maybe whatever this thing is that you're doing in your life, this habit you have in your life, isn't actually bringing you the happiness that you think it is. So that's what I have for you for this new moon. I hope that's been useful. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Do subscribe if you've not already. It is completely free. You just need to hit the subscription button and hit the notification bell so you can hear when more readings are coming out. If you're interested in a personal reading, there's information below, and you can check out my channel for different zodiac readings as well. And have a wonderful new moon. Hi to all of you who chose Silver Leaf Jasper with the yin and yang sign. So as I say, these crystals will be for sale soon on my Etsy store if you're interested. And the tarot pack that we're using is the Gilded Tarot Royale. Before we start the tarot, we're just going to be pulling from the Queen of Moon Oracle just to get an overall card for the tone of the reading. Then we'll look at what it is that you need to bring into this new moon cycle, what your intentions are, what you want to manifest, and look at some blocks that might be stopping you. and then getting some guidance from the cards. So this new moon is in Libra. It's falling in the sign of Libra, which means that we need to be looking at where our life might be a little bit unbalanced or unstable, and how we can bring more harmony into it. And the card you have pulled from the Moon Oracle is Action, which is a perfect card for a new moon, because a new moon is very much about new beginnings, but this is asking you, whatever it is that you're wishing to manifest and bring in this at this particular time, it's not to wait for it to come to you in the same way as it might be for some. Even if you are manifesting it, you are going to need to go out there and do something to actively make it happen. So we'll put that there. I'm just looking at the tarot. I'm going to look at pulling 3 cards for what you need to have to take action towards, what it is you are most aligned with. So we have the 7 of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. So it feels as if you're feeling like you've had to defend yourself in some way, and what you're wanting to do is to drop those defences and be moving towards this 10 of Pentacles. So we'll pull out your blockage cards and we'll look at them all together. But it looks as if you are looking to make some fast movement towards feeling more abundant in general, more secure, more stable. So we have the Page of Cups in your blockage, the Queen of Cups in your blockage, and the Knight of Cups, wow, in your blockage. So you're looking to move quite quickly towards something. The Knights are often about very, very fast movement, and with the Swords it's taking swift action, cutting through some, I'm getting the words, cutting through some bull, somebody's bull, or really cutting to the chase. If someone's been messing you around a little bit, it's really taking action where you're actually going to be coming towards them quite quickly and saying, right, enough, stop whatever this is. Because it feels as if you've been having to defend something. So for everyone it's going to be different. For some of you this might be love related, it might be finance, it might be just family in general, but you have been feeling like you've really had to defend your decision, and that you've been feeling as if you've been pushed and pushed and pushed into a corner, and actually the action you need to do is you need to be pushing backwards, because what you're wanting to manifest, as I say, is this really beautiful 10 of Pentacles, which is really feeling abundant and secure, and as if your cup floweth over with everything that you need, really. But it is very much looking as if that it's the people around you that you're going to need to take action to. And you've got all these cups here, all these very emotional cards here. So it could be that it's a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces that you're dealing with, that you're having to push back. But it does actually feel more as if it's the people in your life that are the blockages. I'm just getting people, and it feels as if they're trying to push you in one direction, and you're feeling like you're having to defend what your decisions are and push back. And with this being the goal, this abundant, happy stability, it feels as though very much the people in your life are all telling you to go in one direction, and you're actually saying, but I want to go in this direction. You can see each of these cards is facing this way, and actually you want to be facing the complete opposite way to which you're being pushed. So it feels very much as if the main blockages that you have are very much to do with these people in your life, and they might be water signs, or it could be that they're feeling very emotional, or how they're I've got the word emotional blackmail actually. It feels as though that maybe they're playing with your emotions to try and make you go in a certain direction. They're kind of saying, well, if you don't go that direction, this is going to happen, which is pulling on you, which is making you feel very, very trapped in a corner. And it's because they believe that you should be getting your stability from a different place to which you are. Now, when we say stability, it might be the physical stability, but it could also be your emotional stability. So it could be who you're hanging around with, and the people in your life who are already there are saying, no, you shouldn't be with them, you should be over here. But it does feel that they're pushing you one direction, you're pushing the other direction. And how you feel about them pushing you the wrong way is where the blockage is coming from. And because you're so focused on what other people are wanting you to do, you're unable to really truly put all your energy towards what you really want. It's making you feel a little bit not torn, because you know what you want, but it's just causing this blockage and this barrier. And when we're manifesting, when we're bringing in our attentions around the new moon, we need to make sure we're not focused on anything negative at all, because when we focus on that, then you're going to be pulling the negative in, whereas you want to be fully looking at this Ten of Pentacles. However you think you're going to get there, you need to be really kind of blocking out the other people's opinions, other people's voices. Not saying there's no value in other people's opinions, but in this particular case, it's obviously not making you feel particularly strong. It's making you feel that you're having to constantly defend your decisions, and that is interrupting your manifestation. It's actually stopping this Ten of Pentacles come, because even if you're not doing what they want, they're sowing these little seeds of doubt, and they're playing on your heart, they're playing on your emotions. So we'll get some guidance from the universe. And we have the King of Cups. So you have all the court cards for the cups here. The Two of Cups, beautiful. And the Six of Wands. Now, with this being the last court card of the cups, I think very much with it being in reverse, this is often, the King of Cups in reverse can very much to do with the manipulation. And what the universe is calling on you to recognise is that you are being manipulated by other people's opinions. You are being, even if their intention might be really pure and for a really good place, but they're causing disruption in your authentic path. They really are causing disruption. And the universe is really urging you to understand that you do not have to be pulled into their manipulation. You do not have to be listening to what they say. You can be fully focused on your own, what your own heart's desire is, regardless what everyone else thinks you should be doing. It really is pushing you to really recognise what it is you want, and not be people pleasing in any way or allowing other people to manipulate you at all. And the Two of Cups here, beautiful card, one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. And here you are with a divine partnership. So although you've got all these people filled with love, the universe is actually recognising that you know what your divine partnership is. You know what your divine path is. You know how to make and create balance in your life. You don't need to have these people here. Now, it could be for some of you, they're swaying your decision on somebody you want to be with in your life, and they're talking negatively about partnership you're in. It could be that you're interested in starting a partnership with somebody to do with finance. But whether or not it's love or romance, the universe is reminding you that you know who you want to be spending your time with on whatever level, for whatever reason. You understand. And it's also asking you to really pay attention to the people who have your best interest at heart, who are truly on your level, who truly understand you. So it could be that you're feeling very misunderstood by the people around you, and it's really asking you to spend time with people who are going to help you go in the direction you want, not the direction you don't want. Because here, they're that way, they're this way, and here you are face to face with someone. So it's saying spend time with the people who bring you up, who fill your cup, who help you go towards your goal, rather than making you feel self-doubt in any way. And you have the Six of Wands. And I think this has come from the universe, just to let you know that you are going to be triumphant. You are on the right path. So if any of the words which are being said to you have been discouraging in any way, or made you have any self-doubt, or have triggered feelings of self-worth in any way, or made you really think, well, maybe they're right, I should be going that way and I shouldn't be going that way, this has just come to gently nudge you and pat you on the shoulder and just say, no, you're doing fine. You are going to be triumphant. You are going in the right direction. This is exactly where you should be going. And it's okay to not be listening to other people and to be spending time and making partnerships with people who really fill your desires and take you towards what you really want. And it is about taking action. So this new moon will be that you are going to have to, in some way, in whatever way suits, be able to disengage from the words, the people who are disparaging you, who are making you feel less than or making you feel discouraged towards where you need to be going. So that's what I have for you for this new moon reading. I hope that's been helpful. I'd love to hear how you found it in the comments, and please do subscribe to the channel. It is completely free. Just hit the subscription button, and if you hit the notification bell, you can hear when more videos are released. And if you'd like to see your zodiac sign readings, they're all over on my channel as well. And I hope to see you again soon. Hi to those of you who chose the Carnelian with the Sacral chakra. So as I said, I'm opening up an Etsy store soon, so if you're interested in the painted crystals, follow me on my channel on Facebook and I'll be announcing when that's opened. And the tarot pack we're using today is a Halloween tarot. I thought it was fitting for October. Before we get into the read, I'm going to be pulling from the moon, the Queen of the Moon Oracle, just getting an overall card, looking at the energy for what you might need to be releasing or clearing before the new moon. So this is a new moon in Libra, in the sign of Libra, which means it's going to be very much about making sure that you've got harmony and balance happening in your life. And when we're doing our intentions for the new moon, it's making sure we're not focusing on our lack in some way, because when we focus on our lack, we just invite in more lack, really. So it's about daydreaming and really feeling the things that you want to come into your life, your true heart's desires. So we have blossoming has come out for you rather quickly, so that's beautiful. So new moon is very much about new beginnings, new starts, and I feel this reading is going to be very much about looking at what might be stopping you from blossoming, what might be stopping you from really following your heart's desires, your true path, what might be making you shy away from something or hide away your true talents is what I'm getting very much. So coming to the tarot, we're going to look at what it is you are best aligned to be manifesting and bringing into your life just now. And look at what might be blocking it as well. So looking at what might be blocking you blossoming. And also what it is that you want. What do you want just now? What it is that you're calling in. What are your heart's desires? Flow now. So you have the 7 of pumpkins, 7 of coins, or pentacles, the 2 of imps, which is the 2 of wands, and the 3 of pumpkins, 3 of coins, pentacles. So that's what you're looking at for manifesting. I'm just going to look 3 cards for what might be blocking you, stopping you. So this might be self-sabotage, other people getting in the way, looking at what you need to aim at getting rid of before the new moon cycle starts. So we have the King of Cups, the King of Ghosts in reverse. The King of Pumpkins, King of Coins. And the 8 of Pumpkins, 8 of Coins here to start with. I'm just going to take one clarity card for the King of Pumpkins in the middle here. Just getting clarity on that. We have the 4 of Pentacles. So with the 2 of Imps here and the 3 of Pumpkins, it feels very much as if you've had a plan bubbling in your mind and you've been planning towards doing something. So this might be to do with another person. It could be love and romance. It could be a change of career direction. It could just be within the family. It could just be a project. But you've been having this thought, been plotting and planning in your head, and you've been starting to create it. You've put down some roots and you've been really focusing on changing it so it starts to grow. And this is where you are at the moment, where you have been recently. And you've got the 7 of Pumpkins, and it feels as if you've almost stopped a little bit short. It feels as if you've had this plan, you've started to grow it, and then you've just kind of sat back and watched it, and you're just saying, right, let's watch it grow. Which is very much to do with this blossoming card. So it is saying that whatever it is, you are trying to grow something, you're trying to expand something, you're trying to create something new with a person or something in your life. But what's actually blocking your plans is we've got this King of Pentacles, King of Pumpkins here, and we've got this 4 of Pentacles. It feels as if you've almost taken your foot off the pedal before you got somewhere. It feels as if it actually feels as if you've set your targets too low and you feel like you've blossomed, but actually all you've done is you started to bud, and you can't actually see that this, whatever this is that you're trying to create and manifest in your life just now, could actually be so much more than. So not something different, but so much more than. Because you've kind of, as I say, you've created something, you've watched it grow, and you're just sitting there and you're watching it grow and you're watching it bud. And you've kind of gone, oh, that's it, that's great. But what's stopping you is you're holding it back. And it's almost asking you to, if you're in the position to put more energy into this project. Because you've got this 8 of pumpkins here as well, this Ace of Coins, which is very much about working and being diligent and honing your skills a little bit. And the King of Ghosts here is very much to do with manipulation, to do with slightly negative feelings. I get the feeling that it's to do with your low expectation of yourself, and it really does feel as if you said, well, I've done this, I've created this, and now I'm just going to stop because this is all I can do. And this is really saying to stop holding back and to carry on. You need to push through this and keep on feeding energy, or if you have the finances, it's even saying that you might need to put some more financial boost into it. And it could also be that this financial boost could potentially come from another person, but you're not feeling that you want to ask. If that is the case, you're being urged to recognise that if you can get more finances from somebody who might back you, that is probably the right thing to do. If you could call on help, or even if you could just call on the support of somebody else, then that will actually help you just grow this a little bit more, because there's more pumpkins to grow than you're realising. And it's almost like, as I say, you've talked yourself out of putting any more energy into something because you're a bit scared of how it might go, or you've got this low opinion that you've got any more to give as such. So we'll get some guidance from the universe on how you can put your foot back on the pedal, how you can put more energy into this project you're growing, so it can be more than it is, so it can really blossom fully into whatever it could be. It does feel that you're selling yourself a bit short here on something. So we have the Empress in reverse, the Ace of Imps, the Ace of Wands, and we have the Strength card. So that's beautiful. So that really is just repeating it almost. So you've got the Empress in reverse here. The universe is really saying you haven't finished growing. The Empress is very much about nurturing and expanding. In fact, the blossoming card is very much like the Emperor's card in many ways. She's here and she's just nurturing things, and they just expand and expand. And the universe is saying you haven't finished expanding. You stop short. You really have stopped short of something. And I am very much getting the message that a lot of you, something discouraged you a little bit. And it could have been someone's opinion about what you're doing. And I'm getting stronger and stronger that someone kind of went, well done, or just someone discouraged you and stopped you from really understanding that you could be so much more than. So if you have got this low expectation going on of yourself, it feels as if it's been almost placed there by somebody else. Someone else's words might have made you feel that you're maybe not as able as you actually are. And this Ace of Imps is the Ace of Wands. This is about your true passion, utter passion, whatever this idea was you had, because you've got the ones here and you've got the ones here, all in this row here. And whatever this idea, it set you, it gave you a flame in your belly, whatever this thing was that you were trying to grow with someone, or a project you were trying to grow, or a job you were trying to grow. You were so passionate about it, and you've lost the passion somewhere here. And the universe is saying you need to fully embrace that passion. Really remember what it was that you desperately were trying to create and wanting to create. Really get back in contact with that passion you have, that real desire for whatever or whoever you're building with at the moment, because that's what's going to spur you on and help you get back to building and growing something which really hasn't finished growing yet. Then you've got the Strength card here, which very much the universe is just saying you're stronger than you realise. It's kind of telling you that you've got this. If you have been discouraged in some way, it's really saying ignore what everyone else is telling you, and remember that you still have an awful lot of growing to do still. You've got a lot of strength in you, and you've got this, the universe is just shouting, you've got passion and strength, you've got passion and strength. You need to carry on growing. There's more to this than you have actually fully explored. Which is quite exciting, because the new moon is very much about new start. So this looks like the new start is more that you're already in the middle of something, but it's going to have a fresh injection of energy from you coming in after Friday, after the new moon has happened. So I hope that's been useful. I hope it's been helpful. I'd love to hear in the comments below. I do offer personal readings. Information is in the description box below if you'd like to know more about that. And please like and subscribe the video and share the video. The subscription is completely free, but it does help the channel grow. And hit the notification bell so you can hear when more readings come out. And I hope you have a great new moon.